what's good for us in the short term, but concentrate on what will benefit us in the long term. And so, thank goodness you folks were able to speak up. I thank you immensely for that. You folks have been giving a lot of input, correcting me when I've made mistakes. Thanks for Art for not retiring and sharing, bringing some of this to you folks. Thank you for Blaine, for bringing Kainani and Percy to help us with this effort. We want to, again, we don't want to concentrate on the immediate benefits. We want to concentrate on the longer term stuff. So, we're hoping that with this effort, we're going to give you some of the training, leadership skills, as well as technical skills to do your jobs more efficiently. The tools that you've been asking for that we have not been giving in the past. So part of this effort is, again, it's leadership and technical skills. Part of that is the core values that we have. We're still going through it with the whole district, but for the maintenance, our core values are up on the sign. We have these signs all over the district office. But core values help you find who we are. When you find yourself sometimes trying to make decisions and you're not quite sure what to do, this is what's going to help us get through that. All right. For us, we have safety, communication, community. We treat each other with respect, responsibility, communication. Community is an important, safety first of all is important to us. We don't do anything without it being safe. Community is also a big part of it because that's who we do this for, right? Everything we do here is for our community. And when I mean community, I mean the people of this island, this state. We have each other. Right? We do these things for each other. We'll help keep each other safe, watch each other's backs. But we're doing this for the people. Ultimately, we do this for the people of Hawaii, okay? And they're the ones who pay us, and they're the reason we have a job. We don't do anything without communicating. If we can't communicate, we can't get better. We're definitely good at communicating good stuff. We're not so good at communicating the not so good stuff. Yeah. Hopefully we get better at that. Because if you can't talk about the bad, we can't get better at what we're doing. And we've been avoiding. Hawaii is just kind of like that. I think you all know we tend to talk to everyone except the person we have the problem with. And so we don't resolve things directly, and so we have to get better at that kind of thing.
This is Construction Administration or Contract Administration 100. So this is the first session, and like I said, when we rolled out this effort through Highway C, we felt it was important to get input from everybody. So everybody within the construction division throughout the state was interviewed by Kristen and Alan, and we got your input. What we found through that assessment and why we're here today is there are a lot of good people at DOT. A lot of people understand that they're not the highest paid people in the state, and that's not why they're at DOT. They're at DOT for balance in their life, to serve the community, to do good. But everybody had a little bit of, I don't feel appreciated, I don't feel understood. So as we talked to the DEs, we felt it was important for everybody to address the community that you're living in. So George had mentioned community and why that was important. We serve our community, but sometimes we don't pay attention to the community that we work in. So today you guys are here because you're managers, you're part of a shared leadership model that DOT has been promoting. And you're all leaders, whether it's in your field offices, whether it's in your division, branch, I can't remember all the things, or whether it's on your project. You have an onus of being a leader. So we're going to talk about leadership. We're going to talk about change today. Because DOT, as George said, we're going through this change. E-construction. Has anybody heard of e-construction? Yeah, Alex, have you heard? You get a ticket. What? Where's my ticket? Oh, my ticket. Oh my gosh, I have a special prize to give out today for one lucky winner. Through this discussion,
Keep talking.
There's a lot of change happening. Some of it through the scrutiny of the public, some of it good, some of it you're gonna not feel good about because change is just not a pleasant experience for most people in general. So we're gonna talk about that. So we're gonna kick it off with a video, Simon Sinek video. So it talks about the infinite game that George touched upon. It also talked about the importance of being a leader and empathizing with your staff. And so when we roll out some tools that we're gonna discuss today, and we have profiles through Highway C that Art's gonna roll out to all of his staff, that's gonna talk about appreciation as well as your personality. Because it's important for your managers, your coworkers to understand you so that you guys can work together in the most effective relationship and partnership and project team. Okay? So that's where we got leadership, change, personality, and then we're gonna go to some basic tools, but I always seem to run out of time by this time, so we'll see how that works. Where through the assessment, we felt like there were a lot of emails running around and people throwing things at each other, but maybe not taking the time to really talk about what was important and value to the organization. So George talked about the core values. The maintenance core values, I know that the construction or through Art, you guys are working on core values. The highway division itself also established core values. So do you guys know what those were? Anybody have the acronym for the core values of the highway division? You're gonna make it rain. You're gonna have a lot of raffle tickets for this awesome prize that you're gonna want. Anyone at all know what those are?
Yeah.
They were never rolled out.
Never really went.
Okay, well, after this session, so we have today, but then we have December. You're gonna remember what those are. So through our construction administration, we're gonna talk about the core values. We're gonna talk about how the technical skills circle back to the core values, because this is the touchy-feely management stuff. We're gonna be talking about changes. We're gonna be talking about safety. We're gonna be talking about proactive project management and all the roles and how you guys work together as a team. Okay, so nobody knows it. Okay, save that thought, the core value thought for afterwards. Okay, so a lot of that had to do with the millennials, but I want you to think about the environment part and what you're creating in that trust. So during the assessments, especially on Oahu, we saw the community within field offices very strong. What was lacking was the bigger community, understanding where you fall within the highway division, where you fall within Oahu district, being vulnerable, being able to communicate that I need help, something went wrong, let's figure out how we can fix this together. Everybody was kind of hiding. So we're not doing that anymore. When George said, talking about communication, both the good and the bad, that you guys are doing the good stuff, let's talk about the bad stuff, because we're all here together to help. And yes, and you're the leaders now. So you have to create that example for the other people within your field offices, within your projects, because I know, having personal experience on things that we've dealt with, when we have problems, everybody's here to help. When and I kind of joked on one of the islands about being afraid of Ed. But I will tell you from my experience, when you let him know what's going on, that he has an opportunity to intervene and help, he's not going to be that scary person. He does want to help, generally wants to move the DOT forward. So let's take advantage of that and make sure that we're embracing not only Ed, Art, George, everybody, Marshall, to intervene. Kaha'a. If I've heard them talk about Kaha'a too, scary.
Yeah, maybe not Kaha'a so much.
The point is, everybody's a team, and making sure that you are communicating with as humans. So again, during the assessments, lots of emails, not so much connecting. And that's why we're making some of these recommendations. But you are the leaders now. Yes, George?
I'm sorry, I have to leave, but you talked a little bit about impatience, and I forgot to mention at the beginning. this will take a lot of patience because this is not the end, right? This one series, series of 3 classes is not the end. It doesn't end there, it continues. This is a process which is going to take a long time. He's going to talk to you later about the infinite game. It's something that we have to keep working on every day after all this is done. So don't forget that, right? This is just not a one-day process and we go over. How many of you have gone to classes and they expect you to know everything and be an expert in that one class right then and there? It doesn't happen. This stuff is not easy, like he said. Okay? So it's just the beginning. Just remember that, just the beginning. And together we're going to work on it as long as it takes to get where we need to be. Okay? Thank you, everybody.
Woo! Empathy, I heard empathy. Oh yeah, so you need the driver for introductions. So you have to finish that. And I know everybody that has been to Art's RE meetings already did this, right? Yes?
Say yes, you guys.
Say yes. Yes. Art tells me all the time, we already do this. We already do this. This guy right here, make sure you fill this out. It's got 4 pages. Do we know what this is? Did we finish it? Okay, well, we'll do introductions when everybody's done. Empathy, what else? Anything else? I loved the thing when, because I was just dealing with my daughter yesterday and her grades. And I do want to put her up for adoption, if anybody wants a child. But I think a lot of times that's our attitude. They're not performing, let's get them a new job. Let's make sure they go somewhere else. Maybe we need to start dealing with them and treating them with empathy, understand what drives them, and then Art's going to explain our drivers. Anything? So empathy, that's it? That's all we got out of 35 minutes? Yes. Environment. So creating that environment, that safe environment. Empathy, environment. And I love the millennial stuff because it talks about that, but it also talks about connection. And again, during the assessments, that seemed to be a thing that was very strong within field offices, but not so strong outside of the field office. So if we're going to work as a division together, we want to make sure we have that entire team perspective and not just our field office. Empathy, environment. Anything else besides adoption? Perspective. So in December, Ed will speak, Marshall speaks, and Ed specifically talks about being a world-class organization. So having that infinite perspective, being better than you were before, making those comments on a memo because you want it to be better. So every little act that we do, we want it to be better and better, whether it's an independent estimate or reviewing a safety plan or whatever it is. So perspective. Okay, so we talked about this. This is kind of what today is about. So what brings about change, management or leadership? Leadership. Art's going to get all the tickets. Oh, wow. You're just trying to get done early. $1. $10. So as we're preparing for change, leadership creates the change, but management will manage the change. And together we'll be successful in making it happen. So like George said, it's going to take time. It's not like we find love or we find our great job. It takes time, it takes work, and it's going to take everybody. So management is a set of processes that keep the complicated system of people, technology running smoothly. And the most important aspects of management include planning, budgeting, organizing, staffing, controlling, and problem solving. So does that sound familiar? Do you guys all do that? Yes. Do we do the second one? Leadership is a set of processes that creates an organization in the first place or adapts them to significantly changing circumstances. So when we have e-construction rolling out, when we have new ways of doing a change order rolling out, when we start to review a safety plan and provide comments, those are all different things. It takes change. So leaders define the future and what it should look like. So George talked about creating that environment, that culture change, a place where you guys thrive, as well as within the division. Marshall talks about it, Ed talks about it. So when we went and did the assessments, it wasn't just an assessment and something was going to happen and go away. It's here to stick, and it's going to take time. So it's important to align the people to that vision and inspire them to make the change despite obstacles. Because everybody doesn't like change, right? It's not a comfortable thing. So now we have our cheat sheet, because not everybody was getting the answers correctly, so now we have to help you cheat. So question 2, where management is a set of processes that keep complicated systems and people technology running. Yes is the answer.
3 tests.
There's only 3 tests. So no, we're not creating that environment for you to thrive because you're not thriving. Are the tests hard? Yeah. Don't look at the presentation, because then you'll get the answers. You're supposed to finish the test first. Then you got to finish the second one. That's the driver test, the stress test. Did you finish the stress test? Really? What are you? Oh, Art, how do you score? You got to read the instructions. Would you like to read the instructions? So you put yes, no, or to some extent. There's 3 answers, right? And then on this page here, see this page? And see these little questions scoring, the one that says scoring. So you get a 1 for a yes, 0.5 for to some extent, and 0 for no. So in the first 5 questions, you add up. How many yeses did you have? You give those 1s. And if you had no's, those are 0s. Did you finish yours?
Yep.
All right, good. Does everybody get that? I'm trying to empathize. I'm trying to slow down. See how good I'm trying to learn. So successful transformation takes 70 to 90% of leadership and only 10 to 30% management. And that's why you guys are all here, because it takes time, but it also takes that shared leadership model that DOT's been talking about. It's not just, we were in one of the classes and they said, well, why do we have to do this? The senior managers have already decided this. But that's the point of why we're doing this, because it's not just about the senior managers, it's about everybody. And you guys have to understand how it's relevant to you. You have to make it real. Why do you want to get better? Why do you want to play the infinite game versus just go to work and get a paycheck like you would at Caesar Palace? Part of it may be creating that environment. Is the last row got the instructions? You guys got it? You know where you're at? They don't even know. I gotta go tap them on the shoulder. Do we understand the assignments? Do you guys, what, no? Okay, the confusing part. Art, this is the confusing part. Empathize.
Did it tell us to answer the questions work-wise or personal-wise? Because for me, it's...
Ooh.
And you have, at the end, you have 2 scores for both. But we only have 1 score.
Answer is you.
Yeah, that's not, I answered it. It's different though. My personal.
Oh, you get raffle tickets for asking the question. Make it rain.
I would say answer is personal because that's you.
That's how I answered it.
Because maybe you're just the fake you at work because you're in this environment that you're forced to, what is it, lie something and pretend all the time.
I answered it.
The Caesar Palace versus, what's that?
I answered all my questions work related.
Whatever you feel best. I feel like I'm the same all the time.
I think I'm the same.
Yeah. I'm hurry up all the time. Hurry up. Okay, so everybody, I need more tickets. I'm out of tickets. Okay, so now the back row has got it. Answer as you feel best. Brent's shaking his head. You're in the actual back row. This is the second of the back row. You guys got it? Yeah. Because we gotta meet everybody, and this is part of the meet everybody exercise. Because we want to know what kind of driver you are. What are your stress driver? Okay, do we all have it? Do we all have our driver? No. Because you guys did this already, so it shouldn't be that hard, right? Art did this with you a month ago, so this is just a repeat of everything we already did, right? No? No. You must admit, maybe you're absent that day. No. No. I believe it was an email. So when we talk about connecting with people and communicating, okay, does everybody have their driver? Okay, so we want to meet everybody. Ready? We want to meet all our leaders. Who are all our leaders? Marvin, you get to go first.
Oh, talk about me or our leaders?
That's funny. Did you miss the first part of the class?
Yeah, I did, sorry.
You are a leader.
Okay.
Okay, so now you're
I didn't think
you're the leader. We're the leaders now.
We'll talk later at the art meeting. I don't get scolding.
No, he's gonna empathize. He's gonna say,
I don't think so.
Are you okay?
It's hard to empathize. Where's the...
Oh! But now he is. Now he is, because he watched the video, so he knows now. He's going to say, are you okay? Can I help you?
Okay. So you want me to introduce myself?
Please.
Okay, Marvin Lovefield. I'm the resident engineer at Philly Huffield office. I think I know most of you. And, oh gosh, I've been here...
Oh, you have to stand up. Stand up. Wait, how many? Oh, I thought you said 43. Oh, holy cow.
That means I started when I was 9.
Yeah.
And what else? Anything else?
Anything. What else do you want to share? Anything?
And you must share this.
You got to share your driver.
I gotta share my driver.
Yeah, what's your driver?
Well, it's kind of spread out, but
Is it anything over?
I got 5 in Be Perfect and 4 in Hurry Up and then 3 in Perfect and Hurry Up.
So anything where you have a 3 and above, yeah?
Oh, and all 3s, because I didn't do halves.
Just do the 2. Yeah, the 2 is good.
So your top 2 just the top 2.
Anything?
Top 2. Anything else? You're asking me anything else? Is there anything that you want to share?
Sit down.
Sit down?
Oh, I hope
Empathy.
to get a lot out of this class.
What's that?
I hope to get a lot out of this class.
Oh, yay! You get a ticket for that. Yay!
It helps to kiss up.
Yes. Kissing up helps. That's right. Calvin?
Kelvin Akazawa at Lower Halava, and I guess I'm only an assistant leader.
Everybody's a leader.
Most times I'm not.
Everybody can be a leader. We're working out. What's your driver?
Yeah, what's your driver? Top 2.
Well, I only got 1.5s, but it's like please and strong.
What? Please and strong.
Yeah.
Please and be strong.
Okay.
Excellent. Are we going to go this way? Want to go this way? Yeah.
I'm Richard Yanetta. I'm with the Harbors Division. My title is Chief Administrative Officer for the Harbors Modernization Program. My drivers? I don't have anything higher than 3.
Okay, what's the 3 then?
No, 3. I got a 2.5 on Be Perfect and a 2 on Be Strong.
Be perfect and be strong. Okay, Carter. You might have to stand up. That back row, I'm going to split you guys up. Okay, go ahead, Carter. I'm going to put you right up front.
Put them up.
At least if you're quiet. Okay, Carter.
I appreciate being here and the opportunity to experience this class. It was a kind of last minute thing.
Yeah.
So my drivers are hurry up and please.
Hurry up and please. And then welcome to our Harbors people. You're the first Harbors people that attended.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, it's exciting. Do you guys have Harbors people all over the place, or? Oh. Well, maybe next time. Okay, go ahead.
My name is Young. I'm with DOT Harbor Engineering. I'm the development officer for the Harbor Modernization Program.
What's your driver?
Sure, I'm still working on it.
You're still working on it?
We didn't get this before, you know.
Oh, okay. Who didn't?
We just came today.
That's right. He didn't?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll get after him after. Okay, finish it and then we can put you on this.
My name is Alex Oshiro.
Alex?
I'm at the Waimalo office. I work on the arts. I didn't have anything strong on my scores. I only had 2 3s.
What? Wow. Okay. How come I have all 5s?
So my 2 drivers were hurry up and be strong. They only had a soft 3.
We're just going to pigeonhole you in that anyway. Okay, Scott. Yep, you. Because you got a name thing that says Scott right there. And then Alex went, and now your turn. Scott. Okay, cool. Do you have a driver?
I'm not from DOT.
You're not? Oh, okay. Excellent. Welcome to our DAGS partners and friends.
Do you have the form paperwork?
Did you fill it out?
Yeah.
Okay, what were you?
I had a 4 on please. 3 on strong.
Be strong. Thank you. You want to share anything else? No. Okay. Eric.
Eric from DAGS also. Thanks for inviting us.
Yay, DAGS! Woohoo!
George invited us, I guess. Anyway, I only had a 2.5 on please and 2.5 on hurry up, so I guess it's kind of all in between.
Yeah. Please hurry up. Hurry up, please. At least you got the please in there. Chris.
Chris, also from DAGS. We really appreciate that Ed Sniffen invited us to come and interlope with all of you, and we're learning a lot. I'm the new division chief, so we're working really hard on changing our environment as well. So thank you to all of you for letting us learn. I actually had one driver, and it's hurry up.
I love that driver.
And I think
you'll hear me say hurry up.
A lot of it because we're trying to get our branch chiefs here, and they're teaching me how not to be a manager and become a leader. So
excellent.
To that.
So how does that work with the rest of the state? Because we had different people from the state attend. So how do you guys? At some point, I need to get an org chart and understand that, because we had different people making comments and.
So DAGS is a 4-letter word, but in the state organization, we provide procurement services for agencies that don't have their own.
Right.
So like for judiciary and corrections, those Department of Human Services, Department of Health. Unlike DOT, they don't have their own engineering, so they come to us to do their procurement. So we're more centralized in that respect. And we also do our own facilities as well for our attached agencies and internally. So a lot of times, as small as we are, entities look at what we lay out as standards and procedures. But we're like a lot of people, we're having a lot of people retire, we're getting the millennials, but even our old timers need help, so
right.
We're here to learn.
Well, and like I said, through the state there were different comments of safety concerns and change orders and things, and so I wasn't sure how that relates, and so we'll talk more about it, but it was interesting to get that feedback.
Yeah, our Neighbor Island district engineers came to your training, loved it, and told us we had to come, and then we're going to all do it together.
Oh, okay.
To work statewide.
Yeah, because there was a, we're going to talk about the DOT division core values, and that was one of them. We're like, well, we don't have any, so hopefully that spurs that conversation for you guys.
Exactly.
Yes, Blaine.
I just wanted to ask Chris if, like, those guys that came to the surprises there, how they related to you guys, and
Oh, yeah,
we
so.
had them come to all the different
So primarily our district offices, they have to take care of our facilities out, day to day. So they're like our essential services or maintenance guys. But our public works division will plan and design and procure construction, but our district offices run the construction.
Okay, so it was district office guys that came. Okay.
Yeah.
So it's similar then, yeah?
Similar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a lot smaller.
Welcome, Dags.
Well, my name is Marvin Chun. I work in Marvin Luckfield's office, at the Kitty Healthfield office. So sometimes I TA for Luckfield, and so I'm like Kelvin, just an assistant.
But a leader. Shared leader.
Only when he's out.
No. Obviously the first video didn't come across as effectively. You are a leader. Say, I am a leader.
Okay, I am a leader.
Okay, good job. You get tickets. Woo! What are your drivers?
Well, I was trying to rush to complete it, so I fall into the hurry up category.
Hurry up. Okay.
Only one?
Yeah.
Okay. Willie!
Hi, I'm Willie, President Engineer of the South Lakefield office, and I work under Art. And I've been with the state for like 22 years.
And your driver?
There to retire. So. Anyway, I have 2 drivers. Please and be perfect.
Oh, now I understand. Thank you, Willie. Ron? Is it Ron? Okay, your turn. What's your driver? What's your driver?
I guess I came between because I kind of separated work and personal. So my personal, I'd be a perfect and a hurry up. And then at work, I kind of don't have a drive. I got 200.
Okay, then we're gonna do. What did he just say? 4 seasons? Did he just? Be authentic. Be authentic. Be authentic. Perfect. Yes. So being authentic, you're authentic. You get a ticket.
I do have a. I am very close to a please people and a be perfect at work. I had 2 too. So at 1.5.
Please and perfect at work?
Please people and be perfect.
So definitely perfect is a dominant. Yeah. But the hurry up kind of different. Okay. Francis.
Yeah. My name is Francis, and I'm an inspector on the Marvin's office. And I don't know, this doesn't sound like me, but my drives came under be perfect and be strong.
That sounds fabulous.
The numbers came out that way, but to me it doesn't sound like it.
But did you read the other pages? So that the other pages is when it really starts talking about what drives you, maybe something. Yeah, so that's what we'll talk a little bit about. And that's why, so there's a couple of profiles that we're going to do with Art, and it'll talk about your personality. This is one of them. So it kind of gives you, your coworkers, your supervisor, a little bit better idea of, what your strengths are, maybe under pressure, maybe some weaknesses that you can look for, how you mitigate those weaknesses. At the same time, we're going to do a profile for appreciation so that your supervisors and coworkers can appreciate you. And then we're going to look at DISC as another profile. So these various profiles and tools will help you and your supervisors work together. And I know on Big Island, Ed had talked about having kind of a sign in your cubicle so that people remembered, if you are an affirmation person, that people know how to appreciate you. And we'll talk a little bit about that. So thank you, Francis. Scott.
Hi, my name is Scott. I'm in Salt Lake Field office. I'm a supervisor inspector. And my drive was try hard.
Try hard.
Oh.
It sounded like empathy. It was like, oh, that's fabulous. Daryl.
Oh, my name is Daryl with the Salt Lake Field office. My driver is be perfect.
Ooh.
It's 2.5.
The highest is.
What's the highest one?
I don't have any drivers. That's good. That's good. That's good.
Yeah. 1 hour.
1 hour. Craig. That's you?
Craig, the belt.
Then Daniel.
Daniel. I work in Marvin, the food office.
Yeah.
I didn't get any trees.
Another one without drive.
Ready to retire.
I got my Suburban.
So what was the yeah.
Perfect and strong.
Oh, lots of perfect people here.
My name is Mark. I'm a service crew chief from Kaneohe. And my driver is Be Strong.
Mark in a cake?
Yeah.
Somebody had
Jason. Be strong. Ikaika.
Just one? You guys only had one?
Are you guys cheating back there? Are you copying from each other? Okay, what was yours?
Hello, Ryan. Supervising inspector in Kaneohe. My driver is Hurry Up.
Hurry up.
Yeah.
And wait, the title?
Kaleo.
Voice.
Wiki. Isn't that hurry up?
Kevin, Supervisor Inspector Law. My drive is perfect and strong.
Anything else you want to share? Okay, that's it. You are a leader. That's right. You are a leader. You are a leader.
Big,
excellent. Excellent.
His driver is begging.
You can't skip. There's no skipping in baseball.
Oh, yeah.
Just say your name and then you can work on your quiz later.
Gordon from Dags.
Gordon from Dags.
Found lots of drivers to create stress, and I'm working on it.
So all things create drivers and stress for Gordon. Okay. From Dags. Gordon from Dags. Go.
I'm Joe from Dags. I'm part of Chris's Public Works team. And my driver is be perfect, hurry up, and be strong.
I miss Gordon.
He's skipping. He didn't fill out his test yet, so he has homework. Already has homework. Brent.
My name is Brent. I'm an engineer in the North Alava Field office. I didn't have anything about 3, but I had 3 other ones. Be perfect, please, and be strong.
Lee Talala from Upper Alava, supervisor inspector. My 2 drives was please people and be strong.
Lee, just L-E-E?
Yeah.
Celine from Highway C. My drivers are be perfect and hurry up.
Steve.
Steve went to Highway C. I didn't have anything over at 3, so I got hurry up and be strong.
then I resolved with my VCC. Yeah, I didn't have any threes. I had 2.5 for be perfect, hurry up, and be strong.
Patrick Taylor from the Lava Field Office, temporarily assigned reception position. I didn't have anything over a 3, but my next 2 highest is to be perfectly strong.
Do you want to introduce yourself?
However, not this with the Federal Highways. Only one thing I want to say, thanks for having me. I hope to be part of the team and not the bad guy.
I was just kidding on that. Nobody has ever said anything bad about you at all.
I won't have another opportunity to say this, but I do want to be part of the team. That's why I'm here, to observe you guys, learn how I can better work with you guys, and anything I can take away to make our partnership stronger is why I'm here. I had all 4 3s and a 5.
Lots of drivers.
Gotta be honest, I did the test 3 times. I did about the same every time. Tried to answer honestly. I think it's a good test. Pretty accurate, unfortunately. And my 5 was a hurry up.
Hurry up.
What about the others?
I was 4 3s. The other 4 were all 3s.
Oh. Whoa.
Yeah, so just keep, hurry up, hurry up. Blaine, hurry up.
Yeah, Blaine with Highway C. I had, was hurry up. Actually, please people.
Please people? I was like, what? That was trick. Oh, really? Please people? I said that right, authentically. I know. Huh? Art, you gotta do yours.
Art Sickles. Most of you know me. I've been here way too long.
That's true.
And, mine is obvious. Be strong, try hard. I don't try to please people. That's why empathy I have to work on.
Try hard.
Mike's here, but
Mike.
Hi, Mike Banderas. I think most of you guys know me. I'm here to support Art and George in this effort and you guys as you move the district forward into the brave new world. I'm like Art. I'm a try hard.
Really? Stop volunteering for every new project going on. Check out the parameters of a task. So on your driver, it talks about how to get the best from your working style, reduce patterns of stress. Do you want to talk about this, Art, a little bit? Where did this test come from, Art? Tell us more.
This test came from UH. I have a college-age son who's taking psychology. So the professors gave it out to him. And I gave this out to our meetings and stuff to share with your staff. I believe my instructions at that time was to give it to your staff so that you better understand where they're coming from, and it'll improve you as a leader, not a manager, but as a leader. That you know how, just like you give the affirmation part, that if you know what pushes the button, realistically, so you can manipulate them, but the right
Empathy.
Buttons to push and stuff, what drives people to be happy at work. You know, I've been preaching about this environment for a long time already, right? That as us as leaders, you got to set the examples. So this is all part of it, that if you learn your staff what they are, it'll help you understand why they behave certain ways. And that I use manipulation because technically it is what it is.
Encouragement.
In a position where they can best succeed, right, and feel good about it. You know, if they're not I'm not a please person, right? So putting me in an environment where I have to please people is putting me kind of up to failure, yeah? But if you put me in the try hard, or you be strong, that's kind of what I'm attuned to, right? So I'll have a better chance of success and I'll feel better about what I'm doing, right?
And but as leaders, we don't always get to choose the environments we're put in. We don't get to choose the people we work with. And I personally find, and these guys can attest to it, that some of the working environment that causes stress really just comes down to personality. So I am a hurry up person. And so what are you guys again? I forget.
Be strong.
Be strong. And try hard. And then what was yours?
I don't know.
We did a different one, so we're going to talk about the other one.
So what, Kristen was what?
My two strongest were to be strong and try hard.
Be strong and try hard.
And you were?
Kai, you were hurry.
I'm hurry up, strong, try hard.
Really? Okay.
I knew it was the last three. But then I noticed how much I say hurry up. I'm like, hurry up, hurry up.
Mine was like some of you guys that said you didn't have any real high driver because I got to get along, right?
Yeah, so see, she has to deal with me. So that's her environment that she's been molded into is dealing with me. So, and we're going to talk about personalities a little bit more, but this is, yes.
So, take it with a grain of salt. This is just a tool. Like if you give it to your staff, then you know I guess page 3 talks about your personality. Page 4 talks about how to get the best from your subordinates. Right? And that's why I say the environment, putting them in places where they succeed, right? And that's, part about feeling good about what you do is success, right? And how do we learn, how do we improve and all that. So it's just a tool. So for the REs and stuff, I'll rehash it in our afternoon meeting today and stuff. Give it to your staff so that you can kind of start figuring them out, yeah?
And we have 2 more profiles coming for that, and they're all just tools. So again, it just helps you understand, are we really having a problem, or is it really about how we're relating or discussing the problem? If somebody wants you to hurry up and you want to be perfect and you're making sure everything is correct, you understand that frustration might just be coming from the personality differences, not necessarily the work product that you're working on. So it's a tool to help you understand, to help you empathize as shared leaders. Okay, so now that we know everybody, we're on to leadership. So leadership, again, 70 to 90% of leadership, and it's really painting the picture. So a lot of the concepts that are going to come where we're talking about change are coming from this book called Leading Change. And when we were working on the Joint Traffic Management Center, we went to Virginia. This was a book that they used to basically lead their organization through breaking down silos and learning to work together. And so that's one of the things that we're doing within DOT, right? It's not just a district, it's a highway division. How are you all going to work together? So what kind of picture are you painting? Are you painting this picture? Oh, scary picture. Oh, yay, we love change. Happy picture. Or is it this one? This little confused picture. So we're going to get clear on that. So a good manager creates an organization that aligns people with a vision that inspires the staff to make that vision a reality, despite the obstacles. Because everybody knows you're going to have obstacles. So being a leader. So what does that mean to you guys?
The question was manager, then leader, but then you made an effort to go differentiate between management, a manager and a leader in the beginning. So you're using them interchangeably?
No.
And a good manager creates vision, but your original definition...
Yeah, actually, it was supposed to be leader. Error in test. Thank you for correction.
Sorry.
Make note.
Oh, a good leader.
Good leader. Who changed my questions? Okay. Leader. Thank you for the correction. Okay, what does it mean? What does it mean? What does it mean to you guys? What does it mean? Leader. We talked about it. To paint the picture, what do you think of when you see leader? Because you guys are leaders, right? So what does that mean?
Listen to your wife.
Listening. Very good. Wait, where was that? Listen to your wife. Kaleo. Wait. I don't know. I think it was Kevin said it. Very good. Listening. That's one. What else?
set an example.
Example, yes. Anything else? Come on. Yes.
Serve our staff.
Servant leader, yes. Being there, supportive. Marvin, I felt like you were looking at me like you were just dying to answer.
I don't know if I should.
Go ahead. We're all authentic here. Go ahead.
I forgot what I was going to say.
Okay, think about it. What else? Servant leader, servicing, service. I think that's close enough.
I was going to say doing whatever it takes to get the job done.
Yes, that's right.
Is that a good thing?
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah, because that's empathizing, and then there's different ways to do that.
Vision and the why.
Vision and the why. Blaine, you just wanted a ticket, didn't you? You want this ticket. You want this ticket. I know you want the ticket. What else?
It's a huge room, and usually we fill a whole sheet with just like a dozen people.
Right. Like 3 people fill a whole sheet. So now you guys have to fill 5 sheets. Anyone?
No wrong answers.
There are no wrong answers for leaders. I don't know what that was. Communication. Excellent. All of that. No wrong answers, because that means you're being authentic. Right? Being authentic and what? Communication? Or empathetic? What was the other one? What do leaders need to be a leader? Height? Wrong. That's wrong. There is one wrong answer if it comes from you. What else? What do you need to be a leader? And then I'm going to maybe go through the list that we came up with.
Make others feel legitimized, right?
Ooh, is that the right one? Yeah? There's another one I'm looking for.
In my last training, I learned one.
Yay! They can be taught.
3 days.
Feel legitimized?
Yeah, feel
Appreciation. Yeah. Anything else? There's one other one. Well, there's a couple, but wait, who? Followers. Yes, the followers. It starts with an F. Excellent. So you have to have followers, right? Okay, so I think I'm going to go through this. When we went through this with the construction engineers, these are some of the things that they came up with. Oh wait, no, these are the ones I came up with, so I dictated these. So be like a coach. Replicate that, and I think that's what Willie had mentioned. Setting that example. Assisting, so this is the Marvin where you say getting the job done. We're assisting. We're not necessarily micromanaging or enabling, but we're doing what it needs to do to get the job done. Don't do that. No micromanaging, no enabling, because it goes back to how to help them, because you're now the guy that's in charge of the people that are doing the job,
I'm going to try and be more empathetic.
Okay. And what was the other thing? Legitimize? Very good. You get another ticket for that. Excellent. Okay, show, don't tell. Again, this was the example. Where else did we have on there? Setting the example.
Set the example.
Serving others.
Servant leader.
Wait, were you guys cheating? Maybe we're cheating? That's okay. Because there are no wrong answers. Yeah. Be authentic, admit mistakes, show the pure heart, be honest, connect with people. People don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. So this is a lot about what we're talking, is connecting with people. Just like in the video where you talked about the millennials, connecting with people, not just sending emails with instructions. Ask your staff questions. This is another good way to figure out how to connect. Identify their needs, their strengths, their issues, and the tool that we provided today and a couple others will help you do that. And then we have 2 ears and 1 mouth for a reason. So the top one on there we had was listening. Ears. And you must have followers. Okay, so those are all the things that it takes to be a leader. I'm sure there's more. So on the question 3, dictating direction to staff was not necessarily one of those things. Micromanager, Marvin up front, not doing that. Okay, so why is all this important? We're going to talk about it, or we're going to listen to this.
Question?
Yeah.
What were you saying about enabling, not being leadership? What was that?
So we are here, just like your children, right? Do you want to do the homework for them? So we need to help them. And so sometimes, and actually we found this through the assessment, there were some people, because it took time to teach somebody, they would rather just do it. And so you're kind of enabling them. You're not helping them learn those skills.
Okay, enabling. I just heard that recently.
What? What did I tell you? I said hurry up and finish? Because I said hurry up? And that was a little bit of a different situation. But yes, it was very similar. And sometimes I'm legitimizing my feeling by saying it's okay. No. And I think when we did the assessments, and actually when we have talked to everybody, one of the things within DOT that we're trying to achieve with the construction engineers as well as Highway C is consistency throughout positions. What we found is certain individuals were doing a lot and certain weren't doing as much. And then when they went from one district to another district, the other district was like, hey, this person isn't doing everything that our other people are doing, and they're the same level, and vice versa. So being more consistent throughout the state on the various levels is important, and that's why when we talk about, responsibility or enabling, you're not necessarily helping them if you're writing their change orders or writing their diaries or taking pictures for them or whatever it is, because they will not, do the job that they were hired to do. So part of management, right, is to hold people accountable. One of DOT's core values is accountability. And so that's going to be something that we talk about in the tool section. I don't know if we'll get to it today. It may be a CA 101, where we're talking about how to create that environment at the same time, because we heard people is like, oh, well, then we let them do what they want and they're not held accountable. Absolutely not. They have to do what they were hired to do, but we want to make sure we empathize them and provide those tools. And if it's just not happening, then we have to kind of see, how we hold them accountable. So that was the enabling part, is especially through the assessments, there was a different level that people were expected. And of course, in an organization, it's common where the people that do the most get the most. They get the most work. They get to do more as their reward. So we want to make sure we provide that even playing field. So that's not the prevalent mode of operation. And so we found that people in some places were doing more and some places were doing less, and they were not being held accountable to the various standards. So that's part of this discussion. Okay, break. Okay, we have another video. All right, woo, another video. Woo. Make it rain. Very good. He's set the example. He's setting the example.
Green, now you try.
Oh, so he's letting him now, not micromanaging or enabling, he's letting him do it?
This is the ball. The job you got a game is to hit the ball with the bat.
Oh, yay. He's telling him what to do. Very good, very good.
Any questions?
Oh, he's asking, listening, asking questions.
As far as you can.
What if I missed the ball?
That's okay. You can try.
That's okay. Try again. Yay! Empathize. Very good. Very good. Good job. Shared leader.
Well, technically you have 3 tries, 3 strikes, but this is our game, so it's unlimited.
Oh, infinite game? Perspective? Oh, perspective.
Try to succeed.
Okay, so
it might be here a long time.
I'm going to throw it.
All right.
Slow first.
All
So
right.
you don't get overwhelmed.
Going to swing slow or
So
fast?
where's that called? Dopamine doesn't kick into.
Yeah, dopamine. No dopamine. We don't want you high.
When I throw it, you swing. All right.
Ready? set. Oh! That's okay, that's okay. Try again, try again.
And we'll repeat the process. Okay?
Yay! Wow! Oh, appreciation! Look at that! Oh, good job! Yay! All right!
I'm in charge?
Good job. Okay, thank you. All right, so they get lots of tickets, lots of tickets. Make it rain, make it rain.
Good job, guys.
Yeah, I need this.
Good job, man.
Okay, so the reason that we talk about that, again, is leadership. And so as he's talking about the why of the organizations, I want you to think about the example you just saw. The how, what, and why of how we communicate our vision. And right now we're talking about a vision of change. And is it going to be a scary vision? Is it a confused vision? Is it a happy, we're excited vision? Okay, sorry. Now you remember all the stuff that happened here. Okay, so thinking of our baseball example, how might that look different if you start with why? Scott, I see you looking down, thinking of those thoughts. Yeah, you. Aren't you a coach?
No, I got fired.
Okay. How do you inspire people before a game? Yes, Ron.
Maybe if I started with why, I would have had a volunteer instead of having to choose them.
Right.
That might be.
In a reluctant, adverse, maybe problematic player. So how would you start with why? What would that look like?
Let me tell you about a great game. It's really cool. Maybe
And during this game, they were down. And they had everything against them, but they had guts and they had a desire to win. And when the first person stood up, he looked that pitcher in the eye, stared him down, and made sure that when he threw the first pitch, it would go out of the ballpark. Then he ran around the bases, and the crowd went wild. That's what I see happening for you, Daniel, when you hit that ball. You're the player. So starting with the why is part of this painting the picture. So when Ed will speak and when Marshall speak, they all talk about this culture change. And honestly, engineers are not necessarily the best at the whys, right? We like the hows and the whats. But our brain, to drive behavior, to fight all obstacles that are going to present themselves against change, you start with the why. So for yourselves, when Art is going through this exercise of your core value, part of this all is how do you make it real for yourselves? Why are you here? Why do you want to get better? It's not about being at the Four Seasons or Caesar's Palace. It's about why do you guys want to do what you're doing? And what we heard through the assessments, again, I hear a lot of, oh, you know, we need to pay more and we need to do that. But if you're listening right now, it's not about that. It's about how do you create this environment? How do you engage people in what you're doing and why you're doing it? And so you guys got to make that real for yourselves, because part of this is buy-in. When we did the assessments, it was to get everybody's input, to understand what they needed, where they needed to go. Part of what we're going to do in the December classes is touching on those technical skills. But right now, it doesn't matter what the technical skills are if you guys don't want to do it. It's not going to happen. So you guys under shared leadership need to be able to inspire that change, to help people understand, to give them that perspective, to empathize with their situations. Maybe they don't have the skills. Maybe there's something going on. Or maybe they're just bastards. We don't know, right? But it starts with empathy. So